Hi guys, welcome back. This is Amalia with CraftyDreamsStudio. Today we're going to finish up the ATC cards that I started last week. Now an ATC card is an artist trading card, and simply what it is that as an artist you create a card, you can stamp, you can do any different kind of treatment you want to your cards as long as they're 3.5 by 2.5. They have to be that size. And then you put your information in the back, such as your name, if you have a YouTube channel, if you've created a series, let's say like I have here where I'm going to do 2 of each kind, then I can put 1 of 2, 2 of 2. That way whoever receives them knows how many they were in the series, and you just trade them with other crafty friends. All right, let's get started. Now, first of all, I'm going to be using VersaFine ink because I really love how deep the shade of black is. And you're going to need your stamps. And since I'm going to be using stamps that don't have a wooden block, you can use an acrylic block. You can use a stamp positioner like the Fiskars, where you can get over it and press down so that you know exactly where you're stamping. Or if you have a Misty like this, you can use that as well. I'll be using my Misty simply because it's going to be faster. Since I'm making 2 of each, I can stamp more quickly. All right, let's get started. I already have placed the first 2 that I'm going to be creating today. And I'm placing my cards on either side. Now this one I am going to double stamp. Reason being is because for the first, I'm using 2 different kinds of stamp. This is, as you can see, are those polymer stamps, and then I have this stamp that has the gush already on it. So they're not the same height. See, they're not the same thickness. So if I were to put this in here as well, I can't press down far enough so that the other stamps get inked as well, if that makes sense. If not, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure to say that again in another video. So here we go. I'm going to put this card here, and I'm going to put this card here. So I'll be creating 2 at the same time. Now, since I have already placed my stamps on here, all I have to do now is ink them up. Making sure I don't miss any spots. Of course, since I am using the Misty, if for some reason there was a certain spot that I missed, I can just go back and hit it again. That's another benefit of a stamp positioner. Okay, so I have stamp. Now, here we go. And I'm just applying firm, even pressure on my stamps. And I had already aligned them and placed them where I wanted. That way y'all didn't have to sit here and watch me do that. Okay, so now I'm just peeling off. Look at that. And look at that. Now, I want this one to be a little darker. If you notice that part right there didn't get as dark. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp that again. But this one came out perfect. Live every day. And there's a little camera, and then it says journey. But this one, I'm going to go ahead and stick back in. I'm going to re-ink my stamps. And just making sure to hit these really well. And this is going to make fast work of my ATCs. Okay, there we go again. I'm pressing really good over here, making sure I got every bit. Over here too. Nice even pressure. Ta-da! Oh, much better. Okay, so these 2 are done. So I'm going to put these to the side. This one is partially done because I still have another piece to do there. So let me do the bottom part of this one. And stamp that. Making sure And you know what? I'm going to stamp it again, only because I want it darker. I want it to really pop. And the positioner lets me do that. Ooh, beautiful. There we go. Now, this is that other stamp that I want to use to finish off this one. So I'm going to place it where I want it. And I'm going to go ahead and clean off these right now. And all I'm using is a baby wipe and wiping them to get the ink off so that I don't accidentally get them anywhere else. Now, I want to make sure this is good and dry because if you remember, I use distress inks to create my backgrounds. So distress inks react with water, and I definitely don't want that. Although it wouldn't be the end of the world, but that's just not the look I'm going for. Now I'm taking this microfiber cloth and I am just drying it off so that there's no dampness. And actually, I can remove them. There we go. Because I am done with these. So when you have multiples, it is so nice having a stamp positioner because then you can just ink and stamp, and then you are done in a jiffy. Okay. So I've done that. Now I'm going to make sure, perfect. Okay, pressing down. I've picked that up. Now I'm just going to ink it. And I'm lifting it to make sure that I can see where I am putting the ink to make sure I didn't miss any spots. And then simply press down. I love this saying. It is such a cool saying. Be fearless in the pursuits of what sets your soul on fire. Perfect. So I got this one all nice and done now. And now for the second one. Ink it up. Make sure it's lined up where I want it. Even pressure. And there we go. So here are the ones I've done so far. What do y'all think? Okay, give me a minute. I'll be right back because I'm going to put on the next set of stamps that we'll be using. Okay, I've got the second set all ready to go. Wait till you see the cute little stamps that I'm going to be putting on these two cards. Let's continue. I'm going to, once again, ink these up, making sure I have good coverage. And these are so cute. I am loving how these artist trading cards are coming out. Wait till you see. Okay, I think that's good. Let me move that back so y'all can see. And then I'm pressing with even pressure, making sure I get good contact. And like I said, you can use just a regular block to do your stamping, but I must say I am enjoying just arranging it and then seeing the beautiful results. Oh, look at that. Love it. Perfect. Now I'm going to add one more thing to the bottom part of this card. So I'm going to put this aside over here because I'm not quite done with that. But look at this one. I love this. The world is your oyster. You are the pearl. Oh. As you notice, the trading cards that I'm doing have inspirational sayings because I'm a big believer in inspirational sayings. I love spreading love and kindness. So that is the theme of my artist trading cards. Okay, making sure I got all the surfaces. Okay, let's get our next set. And here we go. Pressing. You want nice even pressure. And ta-da, there we go. Let's lift them up. Perfect, once again, yay. Okay, well, I'm going to switch out my stamps and come back to finish off the bottom of this one and then finish off the green ones. Be right back. Okay, now we are ready to finish up these ATC cards. Now, because I'm using a sentiment that is a red rubber stamp compared to the polymer stamp that is not the same thickness, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp the sentiment on the green cards first, and then we'll do the second part. So let's get started. I'm going to have to be very careful just to make sure that I ink just the red rubber stamp. So I'm going to bring it closer to me so that I can see where I'm inking. Okay. Then I'm going to press down. Perfect. Okay, now let's do that again one more time. And let me ink that up again. I am just loving these stamps. And when you do your ATC cards, just make sure to look in your stash, see what you have that can go together. I have multiple stamps from different companies, and they are working together beautifully. Perfect. Okay, now I'm just going to remove the red rubber stamp, and I'm going to finish up the green and the B ATC card. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm lining them up like this, and then I'm going to be placing a magnet on each one to hold them down and hold them in place, because the stamps that I am using are bigger than the area I'm stamping, so they're going to need this extra space where I have these little corner markers. So I'm going to remove the corner markers, or the spacers actually. Let's get that one back in the correct. Oop. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to hold that down. Now I'm going to stamp. I have a dragonfly for this one, and then I have the honeycomb over here. Making sure I'm getting good contact. Now the entire stamp, excuse me, won't show up, but I'm just going to go ahead and ink it all. And I'm going to make sure to remove here so that I don't get any ink where I don't want it. And then I'm simply going to take my cloth and dry that up. All right, here we go. I think these are going to be so, so cute. Pressing down. Oh, how are you liking it? Which one's your favorite? Make sure to leave a comment down below and let me know. Perfect. Now I'm just going to switch these out and finish them up. I'm going to go ahead and put the corners back to make sure that I have the placement of my cards correctly. So I'm going to put that one there, hold that one down tight. And then put this one put the magnet back on it to hold it down. So there we go. Re-ink, and then we are going to be done. Remove that little smudge and dry it. Okay, here we go. Pressing down, making sure I have good contact. Let me close my ink before I stick my finger in that. All right. Oh, beautiful. Look at those. I have 10 ATC cards ready to go. Let me get this out of the way and bring the ATCs back so you can get a closer look. Look at that. Be yourself beautiful. We have this world is your oyster. You are the pearl. We have you're amazing. And then, of course, be fearless in the pursuits of what sets your soul on fire. And last but not least, live every day journey. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had so much fun making them. Let me know below if you are inspired to make some ATC cards and what you will be using. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day or night wherever you're at.